here I am at a hotel right next to the Porsche North American headquarters. And today I'm going to be going to the Porsche driving school. There's a track right next door to this hotel. And I am super excited about that. Can't wait to take you on that journey with me. We're going to begin by attending class with the instructors who are going to tell us about the different driving dynamics for rear-engine cars, mid-engine cars, and off-road vehicles. So obviously the 911 is a rear-engine car, the Porsche Boxster, the Porsche Cayman are the mid-engine cars, and the Porsche Cayenne is the off-road vehicle. I saw the track yesterday. It looks amazing. It's awesome. Obviously you've got the track itself, and it looks pretty fun to drive. It's a circuit, so you've got different turns and things of that nature, straightaways. There's also what looks like a skid pad. And I saw a bunch of guys driving yesterday trying to work on their car control in the event of a slippery situation. Some of them were doing a good job, others were spinning all around. And there's also an off-road driving course. So I guess for those that choose to partake in that, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing that or not. But anyway, super excited to be doing this today. We're going to be recording it, and hope that you enjoy it. Thanks so much, guys. Stay tuned. Hey guys, before we get to the track, I want to show you this hotel that we're staying at. That's right next to the Porsche track. I think this is pretty much where most people will stay because the track is right next door. But the rooms are huge. This is sort of like the living room area. But you got a desk there, coffee bar there, TV, kind of a living room setup. Looks like a poker table or something, or like a dining room, or like a breakfast table. Another table here. I don't have the view of the track. Well, there it is. And it's starting to rain a little bit, which is a bummer. Hopefully we'll still be able to do some driving around here. And then you got, massive bedroom here with, TV, bathroom, closet, and nice bed. So pretty cool setup. When you get in here, because we're right next to the Porsche North American headquarters, look at that. You get some Porsche artwork on the walls, which is pretty cool. All right, look forward to taking you guys on the track and letting you share this experience with me. Thanks so much. Bye. All right, guys. So when you leave the hotel, what you can find is this awesome 911 that's parked right in front of the hotel, which I think is kind of that whole Porsche theme of the hotel, obviously being attached to the Porsche's North American headquarters. So that was one of the things that we saw, is just this pretty sweet looking 911. And then what you do is you go inside the actual building, the Porsche North American headquarters building, and inside there, it's pretty nice as well. You've got a bunch of different cars that are, put on display. And in fact, downstairs, they also have a museum of old Porsche cars, like race cars and regular cars. Over here, kind of on the entry-level floor, they had some of the more recent vehicles, like the Cayman GT4Rs that you saw, the Taycan, and then this awesome Porsche 918 Spider, which was Porsche's hypercar that was released around the same time as the McLaren P1 and the LaFerrari. So this is a hybrid. This wasn't even a supercar; it was a hypercar. That's how amazing the performance in this vehicle was. So I think that's pretty cool. That gets you in the mood, to go get on the track and drive. There's also a Porsche store where you can buy various Porsche gear. But before you're allowed to go on the track, you basically go towards the class. So here we are walking towards the classroom. It's attached to a cafe, which is pretty nice. So you can sit at this cafe, grab coffee, eat, and look at the track. You attend the class. And then after the class, after they kind of tell you what you're going to be doing, you come out here and you can go to the racetrack. As mentioned, the sessions that we were doing involved driving a rear-engine car, which is a 911, driving a mid-engine car,
around the track, which is the Cayman. And then there was also an off-road course. For the off-road course, you're not operating the Porsche Cayenne yourself. Instead, you have a professional instructor that's taking you on an off-road course and showing you all the things that the Porsche Cayenne can do. And it's incredible what it can do. It's an incredibly capable off-road vehicle. I had no idea. I thought it was just one of those, affluent SUVs for affluent folks, but I didn't realize what it had as it relates to its off-road capabilities. So when you go downstairs, which that you just saw, you meet with your instructors, and then you get inside a car and you start driving the circuit. The instructors are awesome. They give you pretty good directions, talk about the importance of a racing line. Obviously, some guys that do this probably have had a lot of track experience, and they could just get in there and drive the car fast and enjoy it. But I think for others, if you've never been on a racetrack before, the instructors are very good about really kind of teaching you what you should be doing, kind of, how you make the car go fast. And they're also very encouraging. In fact, what was interesting is a lot of those guys were kind of pushing me to, drive the car faster. So that was pretty cool. You have the acceleration test, which you just saw as well. And then you're going to see it in this video as well. But in addition to obviously driving a car around the circuit, you're also able to do launch control 0 to 60 type runs. So that's pretty cool. And then in addition to doing the 0 to 60 runs in a car, they also have a little kind of a almost like an autocross thing set up, like where you're supposed to go between the cones and drive the car fast and do things like that. So you don't have to be on the race circuit the entire time. There are other things that you're able to do. So as mentioned, one of those are these acceleration tests. And then another thing that you could do, obviously, is basically doing a slalom run. So like they'll line up the cones and you're supposed to go, do a slalom on a limited track. And, that kind of teaches you how to maintain car control and be able to get through that pretty quickly. So you've got the 0 to 60 launch. You've got a slalom run. You also have a skid pad. So with the skid pad, they have this piece of tarmac that's wet. And, if as you're kind of going there and applying more and more throttle, eventually the car inevitably loses grip. And what you're trying to do is maintain the control of the car. So, it's pretty cool. Like it's a new experience. And I think it's one of those things that makes you a better driver, right? Like, a lot of us, on a regular street, you don't really have the option to, push the limits of traction and kind of figure out how to react in a particular situation. But through the skid pad, you're allowed to do that. I didn't get a video, but there's also a kick pad, which is sort of similar. Like you're driving and then there's like a plate that kind of kicks one of your wheels, and which is what you're just seeing right here. And then when it does that, you're supposed to be able to maintain the control of the car. And it's very difficult. Like without traction control, it almost becomes impossible to maintain control unless you're a really, really good driver and have very fast reflexes. And then here's some driving shots of, driving around the track. As mentioned, you have an instructor right next to you. The instructor is kind of giving you pointers, talking to you about the importance of, approaching the apex at the proper angle, finding the optimal racing line, and, really kind of helping you become a better driver. And the instructors, again, I can't compliment them enough. They're awesome. They're also very skilled. One of my instructors was, a younger guy named Jesse, and he used to race open wheel karts growing up in the U.S. and raced against the likes of Lance Stroll, who's in Formula One now, Pato Ward, and some others. And Jesse was awesome, and was just really helpful in helping me kind of get better. And as the day went on, the more time I spent on track, the faster and faster I got. These are some stock videos that Porsche has been kind enough to send my way. But when we were doing the racetrack, it was raining quite a bit. So there was only one portion of the track that we were able to race on. I think there was another one that was closed just due to it being, very wet. And, basically dangerous to drive. But yeah, this was probably my favorite part of the experience, is just getting on the circuit and really, pushing the cars, becoming comfortable with the cars, and really paying a lot of attention to, how the, like what line I was taking, what your braking points were, when you could accelerate out of a corner, and ended up being awesome. So we really, really enjoyed this experience. I can't recommend it enough. And if you're interested in doing it, I would definitely recommend going there with some friends, so that you all can kind of enjoy that experience together, and kind of talk trash to each other on the racetrack, and then also talk about how awesome the experience has been. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks, guys.